And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Off the play fake, Vick rolling to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, is you send 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vick. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On play action, Vick. And going deep for Hill. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll try and run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Cook. Malcolm Jenkins out to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now.
They run. Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
27-yard line.
Play action now, Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Throwing, Vick. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
The 23-yard line.
Vick goes play action. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw again is Wilson. Forced out to his left. That swung out to Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's second and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, they didn't get the push they needed. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And that one will fall incomplete.
The keeper.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
It's a play fake. Now Vick. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Michael Vick. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. On third down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up third and 3.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, Vick on the move to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. Down right around the 25. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25 on second down, Vick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a run with Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A gain of 3, second down.
Second and 7.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up third and...
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
It's now 4th down and 1.
For it, Cook, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes the score 14-7.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On for the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
defense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was.
sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
At his own 8-yard line.
And looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll back them up even closer to their goal line to start this drive. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
It's nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now K.J. Osborne. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
K.J. Osborne on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And 6 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays.
And how about this, a fake? And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
They'll run with Mostert, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now a play fake. Brady steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Jennings. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 57 yards.
15-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Okay, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Wilson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back of the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking deep for Jennings. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. Third down here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Dancing to his left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. The 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score our home team 14. Visitors nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now here's Johnson. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Let's go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fields this way up at the 17. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is what my
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He finds some open field here. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
1st down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Wilson.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Result is a first down.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
Wilson's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. The left side caught by Diggs.
complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score, our home team 7, visitors nothing.
Sam Cook on now to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Results in a first down.
Again, Wilson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
Something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And 8.
But that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle,
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he's able to find Diggs. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll run on 1st down. It's Alexander, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wilson will throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Lawyer Malloy. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught off the deflection.
Wilson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards.
Yeah, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
On first down, Alexander. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, check. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check back 27. Check back.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
For the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
A touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Deion Sanders on the return. They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Past the 20. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game.
Justin Tucker lining
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Hester. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. Alexander, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. On first down, it's Alexander. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Wilson on the keeper. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the sneak. He needed more than that. 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And the Cardinals win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
He was brought
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards to pick up. 1st down, Washington. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Mahomes finding the talented DeAndre Hopkins. And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead. quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 78 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. Complete. Jefferson to target. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Oh, I know how I feel.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score. Visitors 14. Our home team 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick 6, and they're decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
Underway in Allegiant Stadium. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start with the option. Vick in trouble, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and on second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot for 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Second down, here's Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Vic steps away to his left.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. Trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now we got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. With 2 yards on the pickup there, it'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Guys made complete in the middle. It's Bush. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
10 at the 41-yard
33 yards that time. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open. I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
It's a play fake. Now Vick looking for Sanders here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's a big play there for the Saints. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that hole, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Play action now. Vick. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, Vick yields to Anderson for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
The Hall of Famer's kick is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Ryan has since passed it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
It's the score. Our home team 10. Visitors nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done. It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Being chased out left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Wilson. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to. He's got him in, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looking left side of his got a man. It's Bush. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they do it on purpose. They don't need a big breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.